2020, Wagoner dispatched Salisaw 56-zip, Tuttle 21-14, and Cushing 40-14 to advance to the finals, where the Dogs overwhelmed Clinton 40-13 to claim a fifth state gold ball in 10 years. Year 2021 was a rebuilding year after graduating many 2020 state finalists. Still, Wagoner made it to the quarterfinals before dropping the season ender at Tuttle. 2022 was a roller coaster that culminated in the single best football game many of us had ever seen. Wagoner fell behind and caught back up to Cushing 3 times. Trailing at the half, Wagoner surrendered only one first down to the highly favored Cushing Tigers, who had blanked Wagoner earlier in season play at their yard. The Bulldogs drove from their 20 to the Cushing 21 as clock wound down. And just before time ran out, the ball was snapped, the hold was good, and the kick was just inside the left goalpost from 36 yards out by Alan Mullenlag. 24-21, Wagoner.
Well, Alan.
Last year, Wagoner opened up the season at 5A Coweta. Our offense scored 24 and held the Tigers to 7. Week 2 last year at Tahlequah, Wagoner in control 34-13. Week 3, the Bulldogs here over 5A Grove with a convincing 35-14 win. Week 4, homecoming 2023 with Skiatook in town. Wagoner 60, Skiatook 13. Week 5 at Oologah, a 24-0 shutout. Week 6, October 6, Cushing was a fortuitous 2-point conversion en route to a 15-14 nail-biter. Week 7, at Cleveland, 61-0 Wagoner. Week 8, here against Tulsa McLean, 36-12. Week 9, at Catoosa, 54-23. Week 10, the regular season finale, 48-14 over Miami. Playoff round 1, Wagoner hosted and clobbered Broken Bow 57-7. Playoff round 2, Wagoner hosted and exacted revenge for Tuttle 30-0. In the semifinals, Wagoner raced past Ada 42-7. Wagoner carried an unblemished 13-0 record into the state finals at UCO. Unfortunately, the game was delayed and the stands were cleared due to lightning and back-to-back thunderstorms. The scheduled 7 o'clock start finally began at about 9 p.m. Half a dozen turnovers later,
welcome, Bulldog fans. We are already live here at WLO Field. Got plenty of time until kickoff. Kickoff is slated at 7, like it always is.
Time for 2 shots to the end zone. 4 times 5. What a dramatic team effort. Nearly miraculous finish. After silver and gold balls were awarded to each team, a player, that is, was recognized by name, we spent a few short minutes on the field watching our team close in prayers to share condolences and congratulations. It was midnight 30. And now, begin anew. We won this season. Wagoner was home against Coweta. Wagoner 36, 5A Coweta 7. Week 2, here against Tahlequah. The Bulldogs 56, the 5A Tigers 6. Week 3 at Bristow, 41-7 Wagoner. Week 4 at Fort Gibson, that is, 54-14 Bulldogs. Week 5, the Miami game, homecoming here, 55-13 Wagoner. Week 6 at Catoosa last week, Wagoner prevailed 59-7. Of course, we welcome our friends from the West, the Cushing Tigers, here today and this evening. Next week, we will be away at Grove. Week 9, Skiatook will be here. And week 10, Oologah will be there. Dale Condict, our head coach in Wagoner for the past 19 years, is in his 19th season as head football coach and athletic director. He has led the Bulldog winning tradition with a remarkable record of, well, it's something over 215-36 now. Call it 221-36. His Wagoner teams have averaged just over 11 wins per season. Dale has been selected the head football coach of the year for the state of Oklahoma 3 times, including all classes through 6A. 19 years ago, Coach Condict inherited a 2-8-20, that is 2014. His first squad in 2005 made it to the state finals. Coaching match. He has been selected to the Oklahoma Football Hall of Fame, the Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and under his leadership, Wagoner, as we mentioned, has won 4A state championships in 6 of the past 13 years. A man of faith, character, and honor, ladies and gentlemen, Dale Condict. We also thank our athletic teams and coaches and their spouses for their dedication to Wagoner athletics and academics. Boys football coach Dale Condict. He is the gentleman Sooner from OU. His wife is Sherry. The boys golf coach, the gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Mr. Chad Soma. The girls golf coach, the gentleman student from OU, John Page. His wife is Carrie. The boys track coach, gentleman cowboy from OSU, Rob Gilstrap. His wife is Lynn. The girls basketball and track coach, Mr. Tony Roseborough. He's the gentleman Redman from Northeastern. His wife is Carleen. The boys basketball coach, gentleman Hurricane from TU, Mr. Dante Swanson. His wife is Robin. The girls fast pitch softball and girls baseball coach, the gentleman Tigers from Cowley County, Mr. Johnny Hutchins. His wife is Chelsea. The girls volleyball coach, the Lady Riverhawk from Northeastern, J.C. Stimson. The boys soccer coach, the gentleman Bronco from UCO, Alan Muhlenleg. His wife is Megan. The girls soccer coach, the gentleman Redman from Northeastern, Ray Bell. His wife is Yolanda. The girls tennis coach, the lady cowboy from Oklahoma State, Judy Penner. Her husband is Larry. The boys tennis coach, the gentleman Norseman from NEO, Jory Brumnick. The boys wrestling coach, good to have him back on the pad as well. The gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern State, Mr. Miko Charbonneau. His wife is Randy. Cross country coach, the lady cowboy from OSU, Morgan Mills. Her husband is Drew. And her athletic director, she sometimes is the director. She's the athletic department administrative assistant, Miss Laura Owens. Her husband is Sorrell. And our assistant football coaches are defensive coordinator, Rob Gilstrap, offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, Travis Bryant, gentleman Redmond from Northeastern. His wife is Travis. His wife is Mandy. Sorry, Mandy. The gentleman who is the defensive line coach, he is Miko Charbonneau. The inside linebackers and strength and conditioning coach, Riverhawk from Northeastern, Austin Connick. The outside linebacker coach, gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Mr. Bo Bowen. His wife is JC. The offensive line coach, gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Chad Soma. The defensive end coach, gentleman Redman from Northeastern, Ray Bell. The kicker and special teams coach, the gentleman Redman from Northeastern, Al Severe. The running backs coach, gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Matt LaFay. Matt's wife is Cindy. And the secondary coach, gentleman Hurricane, is also a 2011 ring holder from Wagoner at running back, receiver, and defensive back. The gentleman Golden Hurricane from TU, Kerwin Thomas. The wide receiver coach, the gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Jacob Norman. And our student assistant, he quarterbacked the 2020 state champs. Good to have him back here from Northeastern, the gentleman Riverhawk, Sawyer Jones. Wagoner's varsity cheerleaders are coached by Angie Lancaster, and assistant coach is Mary Kay Bourne. Varsity cheerleaders include senior drum major Hayden Brewer, senior student council secretary Kylie Holliday, senior FFA and shooting sportster Lenny Lancaster, senior yearbook journalist Katie Lang, senior bulldog, that is Buster Bulldog, Antonius Morsak, senior dramatist Riley Shipman, senior soccer defender Maya Ward, senior volleyball defensive specialist Corey Woodard, junior FCCLA careerist Lily Dodson, junior volleyball trainer Zoe Edwards, junior soccer trainer Hayden Fetters, junior tennis player Katie King, junior tennis player Kaylee Watson, sophomore tennis player Ava Ashton, sophomore JC Freeman, sophomore wrestler Ariana Barnett, sophomore outside volleyballer Michaela Garcia, sophomore truckster Shania McKellop, sophomore outside volleyballer Ava Service, sophomore volleyball trainer Savannah Shade, and sophomore Alexis Youngblood. Gang members on the sideline are Mr. Marvin Morgan, Mr. Roger Drake, and Mr. Dale Lamb, joined by Mr. Justin Bayless. Our senior field statistician, Mr. David Drake. Our scoreboard operator is Mr. Mike Cordova. Operating electronics, Mr. Christian Rowan. 25-second clock tender, Mr. Brandon Porter. Spotters in the booth, Mr. Mike Roberts and Mr. Justin Bottoms. Student managers, Kendra Cobb, Olivia Bowman, Emma Bilby, and Allie Warner. Our equipment managers, Booch McCollum and Hollis Thomas. Nick Falk, Eric Owens, David Soma and Clayton Soma. And we're also grateful for our administrators. Our superintendent, the gentleman Wildcat from Kansas State University, Mr. Randy Harris. Our principal for the high school, the gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Mr. Ray Penny. Our assistant, the gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Mr. Nick Humphreys.
Custodian?
Our assistant principal, one of them that is, the gentleman Bronco from UCO, Mr. Alan Mullingwood. The other assistant principal, the gentleman Riverhawk from Northeastern, Mr. Dustin White. Of course, our athletic director, the gentleman Sooner from OU, Mr. Dale Condict. And our assistant AD, the gentleman Red Band from Northeastern State, Mr. Travis Bryant. When our football games are on the internet, of course, we encourage your personal attendance. But if that's impossible, please join host Jeremy Holmes and John Page and camera technician Garrett Haddock at www.wagnerathletics.org or www.wagnerps.org/live stream. That's wagnerps.publicschools.org/live stream for live action. Our thanks also to veteran sports writer John Ferguson of the Wagner Tribune and the Tulsa Herald for his coverage of all things Wagner athletic.
And then in a while.
Leading tacklers on defense for Wagner. Fourth leading tackler, middle linebacker Cale Charbonneau has 43 stops on the season. Third leading tackler, defensive end Alex Shieldknight has 46 stops. Second leading tackler, outside linebacker Bo McFarland with 47. And the leading tackler for Wagner, he's number 2. Nothing weak about the weak side linebacker with 49 stops. Bruce, the man of steel. Fourth leading rusher for Wagner, running back number 21, Tayshawn Williams. He has 30 carries for 176 yards. He averages 5.9 yards per carry and scored 2 touchdowns. Second leading rusher, tailback number 16, Trenton Edwards. He has 51 carries for 254 yards. He averages 5 yards per touch and has scored 3 touchdowns. And the leading rusher for Wagner, our quarterback number 4, Cale Charbonneau, 67 carries for 371 yards. He averages 5.5 yards per carry and scored 13 touchdowns. 3 leading receivers. Well, we go back to number 5. Caden Ford has 12 grabs. He's in a tie for 5th with Alex Shieldknight, also with 12 grabs. Tied for 3rd, number 10, running back Eamon Goodland with 13 catches. Also Trenton Edwards, running back. He has 13 grabs as well. Second leading receiver, Anthony Coleman, 16 grabs for 391 yards. He averages 24.4 yards per catch and has scored 4 touchdowns. And the leading receiver for Wagner, senior wide receiver Matson Swanson. Matson has grabbed 19 passes, that is, for 348 yards. He averages 18.3 yards per catch, scored 4 touchdowns. Tigers passer, Cale Charbonneau, 87 completions out of 143 attempts. Just 2 to the wrong squad, 14 touchdown passes for 1,355 yards. He averages 15.6 yards per completion, 226 yards of passing game.
That was quite
Defensively, Wagner rushes for 204 yards per contest, passes for 244, total offense 449 yards per game, and averages 49 points per contest. Defensively, Wagner holds opponents to just 76 yards of rushing per game, 85 yards through the air, total offense of 161 yards, and only 9.2 points per contest. The turnover margin, 9 in Wagner's favor. Wagner's record unblemished at 6-9. Ladies and gentlemen, this remarkable young woman just concluded her first full season in 4A high school fast pitch softball competition as a sophomore after being sidelined with a knee injury and surgery and recovery for her freshman year. Perhaps her most striking statistic is that in 127 plate appearances, She was afforded only 61 bats, so feared she was by the opponents. Yeah. In 36 games, she appeared at the plate 127 times. She only was allowed to hit 61 times. Her batting average was .656. That's 656. Her on-base percentage, .835. On-base plus slugging, that is the value of a player reaching base often and the kinds of hits that she produces. Her OPS was a stellar 2.769. Her slugging percentage was a magnificent 1.94. That means she averaged nearly a double for every plate appearance. Her hit total was 40, including 8 singles, 9 doubles, and 23 home runs, a state record. She knocked in 25 runs, scored 60. 8 times. She struck just 3 times looking. I forgot about that. She was hit by 8 pitched balls, generally on semi-intentional passage.
Hopeful thinking.
This one to be recognized and honored for a state record of 23 home runs in a single season. Her jersey number 26 will be featured on display in our gymnasium for her. She is also an outstanding receiver on the plate and defender. She's a humble young lady of remarkable, expanding character quality. She would be the first to want to recognize her supporting cast, which includes her mother, Chelsea, her daddy, Johnny, and her older brother, an increasingly accomplished academic and entrepreneur, Hayden, and her teammates, reserves Bailey Campbell, Olivia Edwards, Siri LaFay, Charlie Trimble, the best 4A pitcher in the state of Oklahoma, Zoe Griffin, shortstop, Jalen Forkiller, third baseman and center fielder, Maya Renshaw, first baseman, Kenzie Forkiller, second baseman, center fielder and catcher, Adrian Coker, right fielder, Kendra Conley, left fielder, Shari Berry, and her coaches, Johnny Hutchins, Siri LaFay, Manny Mendez, Turquoise Love, and Peyton Stroud. Ladies and gentlemen, the state record holder for home runs in a single fast-pitch softball season, Juliana Goose Hutchins. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps and hats as we spend a few moments of thought and thanksgiving to remember our many blessings. The brief ceremony, to include a moment of silence and the singing playing of our national anthem, is a public celebration of American ideals, liberty, equality, and our willingness to defend them. As a prelude to our national anthem, ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in singing one verse of America the Beautiful? Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Ladies and gentlemen, Moment of silence, please. Thank you for your courtesy. Now, fellow Americans and Oklahomans, please remain standing as our flag is raised by Boy Scout and Cub Scout Pack 637 and join in singing our national anthem. Our anthem will be led by the Wagoner High School Marching Band under the direction of Head Director Kate Aldridge. Ladies and gentlemen, please join our band in singing our national anthem.
Oh no! Kick them out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Night Bulldogs. We hope that you were able to hear the Wagoner High School Marching Band in their rendition of the national anthem, and also public address announcer Shelley Sperling as he led in the singing of America the Beautiful. Probably noticed a little bit of difference in the sound tonight as we are outside right in front of the press box. So there'll be some advantages and disadvantages to that. Obviously, you'll be able to hear the band and a lot more crowd noise, but also it may be a little confusing between John and I and Mr. Sperling here at WLO Field. But we appreciate everyone that's logged on so far. I'm Jeremy Holmes, along with Garrett Haddix behind the camera and the computer. And next to me is 1987 Wagner grad, John Page. John, it feels great out here, right?
Yeah, it's just fall weather.
Yeah.
I just checked. It's 63 degrees. It's beautiful outside. It feels like fall. I see people in hoodies, jackets, a couple of stocking caps. Feels good. Looks gonna be a great night for Bulldog football.
I definitely have my stocking cap in my pocket. Don't have it on right now, but once the sun goes all the way down and it gets about 8:30 or so, we may be breaking that puppy out.
All right. Yeah, the last two nights we've had frost on the pumpkin.
Yeah, for sure.
We have some outside at our pasture. We have some big fig bushes. It's not fig trees, but fig bushes, and they sure were wilted this morning when I looked at them.
5-1 record.
So we are live at WLO Field, Dale Cotton Stadium. It's with the Wagoner Bulldogs versus the Cushing Tigers.
Blanchard.
And as of late, these last 2-3 years, the Cushing-Wagner rivalry continues to grow.
We've had to face them in the playoffs several times over the past few years. They come in with a 5-1 record. Their only loss is to Grove, Ridge Runners. They lost by a touchdown, and otherwise they have had nothing but wins except for that loss. So the Bulldogs come in at 6-0, ranked number 1 in the state, and we are wearing the all blacks tonight with the white helmet with stripes and a W on the side.
John, I like the look tonight. And maybe we've done this before, but really recognized it tonight. Probably because we went from all white last week to all black this week with the white helmets. Really contrast there. And so I like this look.
Yeah, I love it a lot. When we played, it was just you had one helmet and 2 jerseys and 1 pair of pants. And usually 1 pair of cleats and 1 pair of socks. Well, you may have 2 pairs of socks. 1 for practice, 1 for games.
Yeah, for sure. As the Bulldog defense or Bulldog captains take the field, it's number 56, Von Holt, number 12, Shield Knight, number 16, Edward, and number 42 is Miller. As the Tigers just now walk onto the field, their captains getting ready to meet at midfield.
They're just taking a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Just a nice casual stroll. Maybe a single file line like it's elementary school going to an assembly.
Maybe a little bit of mind games here for the Cushing Tigers. And why not? You're coming into, obviously, 6-0 for the Wagoner Bulldogs coming into their house. And maybe we've started the game already before the opening kickoff.
That's right.
So... All right, Ashley, appreciate that comment. Says it's going loud and clear. Hopefully that'll be that way all night long. We are outside tonight, a beautiful Thursday evening. Had a shot of the moon back there.
Over the middle school.
Alex,
got a full moon tonight, and we're ready for some football.
Man,
like you said, John.
Almost said Friday now.
Yep. FNB is now TNB. It's Thursday night Bulldogs as we await the teams to come on the field where the captains are at midfield for the coin toss. We hope everyone is doing well at home wherever you may be. We're not even to the starting kickoff, and we're almost at 100 homes already, John.
Awesome. Love the support. Love you guys being engaged with us. We'll try to keep up with the chat as the game progresses. We learned last week there are 2 different chats. There's a live chat and a top chat. So we may have to kind of go back and forth between the 2.
Yeah, sometimes those comments in the top chat don't make the live chat.
Right.
So we apologize if we skipped over you because that's one thing over the years, even going back to 2009 when we started this, John, is the interaction that we were able to have with the fans at home continues to be.
Swenson, he made a vote at Baltimore Parliament. Junior.
The Spirit Lions,
Savory team.
and I'm assuming the Cushing Tigers will come on the field. It's over Wagoner America. And we want to invite everyone to join in our chat room and also to spread the word because it's usually a Friday night that we're here at WLO Field. Because of fall break, John, it's Thursday night.
I have a feeling we're going to have some people watching. Seems like the destination.
Dad, I know we're going to have some as the smoke begins to come out of the Bulldog nest. But I know we'll be having some watch from Foil, America.
They're nice.
My father-in-law is there with a fish and fowl with a group of men in Foil, Oklahoma, and then
Home of Andy Payne.
okay, all right,
Andy Payne.
okay, I did not know that.
Tradition.
And
This is school.
when the
You ain't great.
Okay, all right. Here's we are ready for some football here in Wagoner, Oklahoma. My daughter teach with those Scolders. They'll be in Hot Springs, Arkansas tonight watching some Friday Night Bulldogs on Thursday. So You guys don't hesitate to let us know where you are watching and listening from. And we've had, we talk about this quite often, John. We talk about where everywhere across, not just the United States, but across the country.
The world.
It's even been across the world. It's even been in the ocean on some cruise ships. It's been in some deer stands, behind some duck blinds. You name it, Friday Night Bulldogs has been watched.
I think you said 46 states.
We're up to 47
47 states.
We
Three to go.
I believe we picked up the 47th one a couple of weeks ago with Kevin and Alice in Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in Massachusetts. Yep. Okay. And I believe that's number. It's either 46 or 47. Okay. And those last 3 or 4, right up there in that northeast corner, right below Maine.
It's the 13 colonies, the original 13 colonies.
Exactly.
All right, Bulldog fans, it's Thursday night. We're in kickoff. It's football time in Wagoner, Oklahoma. Paula Johnson-Smith, thanks for opening it on. Here we go with the opening kickoff.
Back deep to receive is number 3, Matson Swanson. It's number 2, Decaden Ford. And number 6, which would be DJ Pierce. And this is going to be Swanson. Swanson picking his way through to about the 23-yard line. And good special teams for the Tigers to open up the ballgame.
Yeah, they converged on that well. He came with a middle return, and Cushing was able to stop him for only about a 10-yard return. So Bulldogs have come out on offense, and they're all blacks, accented by the pink, which is for breast cancer awareness, and the white hats.
Return the ball on the 24.
They're going to be at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 to start this ball game after the opening kickoff. Charbonneau, of course, in the shotgun, quarterback, and he's looking to pass, finds his man. Oh, that's tipped and almost intercepted.
Yeah, I thought that was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
That's number 5, John. Cole Cooper making a play on the ball to knock that down for an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 24, just inside the 24 for the Bulldogs. Man in motion is Ford.
Double reverse.
Oh, no. That ball was on the ground. Charbonneau able to pick it up.
Hold on to it.
And he does well just to hang on to that ball. That kind of had disaster spelled from the start.
We haven't run enough reps on that one. It didn't look smooth. 2 exchanges there, and then 2 handoffs, and then the 3rd exchange was fumbled by Charbonneau. And getting about a loss of 6 or 7 yards there for the Bulldogs. And they'll face 3rd and long. So not a good start, Jeremy.
No, the penetration in the backfield almost beat that first handoff. It's a 3rd and 16 now for the Bulldogs from their own 19. Charbonneau. And he intercepted number 3, Wyatt DeLong, and that just fell right in the breadbasket. I think he was looking for Ford, the intended receiver, and just overshot him, John.
Yeah, just overthrew it, airmailed it. That just went from bad to worse in just a couple seconds. So the Bulldogs will be on their defending their own end zone there. John, all on the 10-yard line.
1st and goal for the Tigers.
So less than a minute into the game, and we've got the first turnover in Cushing's favor.
It will be number 1, the quarterback, Roman Tucker, for the Tigers.
5 wide, just top of the screen.
In all preliminary indication, they're going to be throwing it.
And it could be.
Now we got a shift.
Could be some picks.
Tucker from the shotgun. And he's going to go straight up the gut. And he's going to get to about the 6-yard line. Looks like Bryce Steele and Harris, the first to make the tackle on Tucker. He's going to pick up 3 to the 7, 2nd and goal.
So I'm sure with that formation, Jeremy, with 5 wide to the right and then the 2-man shifting, they're trying to create some confusion for the Bulldog secondary. 26 still looking over the sidelines, see what the call is. Oh, we got a false start.
Somebody jumped early, and looks like it's the Tigers that did.
We'll take that.
Yep, 5-yard penalty. We'll push it back to the 12. And we'll want to welcome Poppy Goodnight, saying the Goodnights are watching, and Luis Hernandez, and Christy French, Miss French from Wagner Middle School. She's watching from Bethany tonight. So we got Bethany, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City.
Yep. Bethany Lions, that is.
Seems like we played a playoff game.
We did.
last year.
We sure did. And so here we are now with a 2nd and goal from the 12 after that 5-yard penalty. Tucker.
Quarterback up the middle. And he's in there.
The goal, the score, touchdown, Tigers.
Cushing strikes first, right up the gut. So they capitalize on the turnover by the Bulldogs and put 6 on the board with 10-11 in the first quarter. That was your quarterback.
Quarterback Tucker,
Number 1.
12 yards away, and he just there was a lot of green in front of him.
Called his own number and got 6.
Number 33 with the extra point attempt. And that is up and in. Number 33. He's on the second page, John.
I got him, Landon Miller.
There you go.
6'1" junior kicker. So Cushing strikes off the Bulldog turnover. They capitalize and take it into the end zone. So Bulldogs are down 7-0. We've been there before a couple of games.
Yes, we have.
The opposing team has scored first, and then we've gone on to score all the rest of the points.
So if you're the Bulldog fan, you're hoping that's going to happen tonight, although a more, you argue, a more formidable foe tonight.
Now, there's 2 things you really don't want to occur in a football game if you're going to win, and that's turnovers and penalties.
Mm-hmm.
And the turnover bug has bit us already, so it's to secure that ball, Bulldogs. Let's not do that again. See if we can get some takeaways as we defend the north end zone.
John, we want to make a shout out to Jimmy and Lori Butler. Lori Butler works with us at the middle school, and Jimmy is our transportation director.
Correct.
He just within, I believe, yesterday had back surgery, so they're
goodness.
watching Bulldog football from a hospital room, St. Francis tonight. So Jimmy, pray for a speedy recovery and get you back in the swing of things.
Stay on top of the pain meds.
Yeah,
don't let that back start hurting.
Yeah, we want to say hello to Scott Ballard and Tony Owen watching tonight. As everyone continues to log on, we're nearing 150 different homes or places that are watching Bulldog football here. It'll be Swanson, Ford, and Pierce back deep to receive. Coach DJ, if you're out there, let us know. DJ is nephew and usually out in the Tar Heel Nation of North Carolina, and we hope he's doing well. Maybe he'll be able to let us know later on this evening. A little bit of a pause here.
It's not a TV timeout, folks. We got some change. They got some chain damage on the chain gang. Imagine there's some links in a knot, possibly. I can't zoom in from that far out, but they are got 3 men working on it. Sometimes that chain can get into a knot and get all kinked up, and it causes a nightmare. It can be a bird's nest. So hopefully they'll get that undone, unclipped, and
it must be really knotted up because they've been over there for a little bit of time here now.
A couple minutes. We're going to start the clock.
That'll give us time for us to encourage everybody to let everybody know that it is Thursday night Bulldogs tonight due to fall break.
Yeah, text your friends, text your family, call them, shoot them, notify them somehow, some way that we are on tonight, and we are not playing tomorrow night. We got the night off.
Yep. And they are still working. Okay, here we go. Here is the kickoff by number 33, and that's going to go into your bottom left.
Look out. This guy can haul it.
DJ Pierce. Pierce finds a little bit of a seam, but it's closed quickly by number 22 for the Tigers. Pierce gets to the 29-yard line, and number 22 for the Tigers making the tackle. And that is number 22 is Wyatt Hessler. There for a minute, it looked like Pierce was going to be able to.
Yeah, he had lots of room there for a minute.
At the 30-yard line.
Donna Hall, thanks for logging on. John LaFay, we met Mr. John last week and had a little bit of a funny moment with him on our famous number 4s.
All right. Is that Matt's dad?
Yes, Matt's dad. And here are the Bulldogs. And right now, the Tiger penetration into the backfield, we have not been able to stop that.
Yeah, they got some momentum. I got a little scouting report on number 4 for the Tigers, Kellen Fry. He plays middle linebacker. And keep an eye out for him, folks.
Okay.
He's a player.
in on that last stop for sure for a 2-yard loss back to the 28. We'll call it 2nd and 12 for the Bulldogs.
He's showing blitz right up the middle. There he comes. He got away from him.
That. And that was the play before where the fumble happened. That time Ford was able to get away, but couldn't turn the corner.
Yeah, that was good coaching there on Cushing's, sending that Mr. Fry right up the middle and disrupting the play, causing a little delay in the handoff, and we were not able to get around the corner.
I have a feeling, John, he was probably in on that previous play that caused the fumble on the first possession.
Very well could have been.
Somebody's going to have to pick him up.
So this is our second 3rd and long. The last one was disastrous. Resulted in a interception by Cushing. So let's see what we can dial up here.
Trenton Edward has yet to touch the ball as Charbonneau looks to set up a screen. He is looking for Edward, and it just wasn't there.
Yeah, everybody's covered. As I'm looking down the field, they're matched up white on black on every receiver that we had in a route.
Number 22, Wyatt Hessler, was right there on Edward. He was the one that made the special teams tackle. And the Bulldogs, with the unlikely early punt.
Yeah, I don't think we have much positive yardage, actually.
So it'll be number 99, Zevelin Balalong, back to punt. He's standing at his 15. Great snap, and that is a high punt. And it will be... he was able to fall on it. It looked like he might have... That's... I can't. Klinger, that's right.
Snapper
19 was down there first.
Usually snapper's the first one down.
Yep.
A lot of times they don't touch him. So that's number 2, Lane Wood, who muffed that punt. And fortunately for Cushing, it bounced right up in between his legs, and he was just able to drop right down on it with 2 or 3 Bulldogs around him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers on their own 42-yard line. Again, Roman Tucker, the quarterback. And that number 4 that we were talking about, here's a quick hit in a seam, and that was Coleman who was there. Also, Gavin Miller. Ball falls incomplete. But we just mentioned number 4 on the defensive side, Kellen Fry. Looks like he's part of their running back squad as well.
So, Jeremy, that play right there by Cushing, I've been seeing a lot of that lately where the quarterback steps up into the line of scrimmage like he's going to run and then dumps it off, looked like on a tight end hot route there. So, sells the run and then pulls back to pass. They got number 3 open on the corner.
Walker's in front, and he will pick up the first down. Wyatt DeLong.
Yep. He's 5'10", wide receiver, senior. Gains a first down. Pickup of about 15.
John, the 2 wide receivers were covered, but underneath was not.
Yeah, we didn't have a linebacker catching anybody in the flats there.
First down?
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Bulldog 48.
There's that pass again where he steps up into the line of scrimmage. It's tricky because it's telling the linebackers I'm going to run with it.
Yep.
So he tries to suck the linebackers up to the line of scrimmage and then gets the receiver behind them. And the idea is to dump it right over him. And
6, Anthony Coleman.
Just wasn't on the mark that time.
I think it might have been tipped at the line for the incomplete pass, as the Tigers, after the incomplete pass, makes it 2nd and 10 from the Bulldog 48.
So screen to number 8, unable to secure that. I think we had that one covered if he did catch it. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Cushing.
Tucker put it on the money, but whether he and we may, now that we're getting into cooler weather, we may start having to talk about moisture on the ball.
That's possible. Very possible.
Either that or he was trying to turn upfield, as we've seen several times.
That's
before
right.
Catching it.
Yeah,
here's a 3rd. Yeah. Here's a 3rd and 10 for the Tigers from the Bulldog 48. This time they do hand it off to number 4. And is that Steele?
Right, Steele.
Yellow.
Right, Steele. And Chilnight in on the stop for the Bulldogs. So that'll bring the 4th and about Cushing. Steele. And with their momentum, Jeremy, I think they're confident in their offense. Instead of trying to punt and pin the Bulldogs deep, they're going to go for it. Or he could do a quick kick.
It's going to be a 4th and 8. It is a quick kick. Very effective. That is high. And, takes a Bulldog bounce. Oh, that is unlucky for the Tigers. is it hung up there as much as it should have, and they just weren't able to compensate for that bounce. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Tristan Ketcher saying need a D up. Tristan, former Bulldog himself, wore the number 4, if I remember correctly, as Charbonneau steps into the huddle to call the play. And we'll go shout out to the FFA horse judging team. Addison Kennedy and a few of her FFA classmates are in Illinois tonight watching Friday Night Bulldogs. Usually in the student section tonight, but obviously on the road.
Shield Knight on the corner.
Shield Knight, and he is
First down, Bulldogs.
across the 30. Looks like they're going to spot him just shy of the 31. And just a high percentage pass there.
Yeah, he's a freight train when he catches a ball. It's nothing but north and south. I'm going to run you over. Get ready.
Yeah. Bulldogs already back to the line of scrimmage. Picking up
him again.
Same play, Shield Knight.
Yep.
A little bit shorter, but still effective. Right. They're going to pick up about 6 yards.
Oh, great call. I mean, my dad would say run it till they stop it.
The ball will be placed at the 36-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. That Shield Knight now in motion, now sets up in the backfield along with Edward. Here's Charbonneau. Looking for Goodland, and that's number 1. The quarterback almost jumped that route.
Yeah, that's Roman Tucker. He read that one, and then good thing that was thrown when it was. If it was a half second later, it would have been
5 Bulldogs.
Might have been bad news for the Bulldogs.
We might have been looking at 13-0 instead of 7-0. So
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Yep.
Bulldogs.
From the 36, John.
We really need to keep possession of the ball here, not turn it back over to Cushing.
And here's a quick hit to, that's number 3. As he gets inside the 30. It'll be interesting to see how this ball is going to go.
Right.
As I think that was the quarterback able to get the corner or get the angle, push Swanson out of bounds, or he would have been dancing in the end zone.
The only thing I think is,
John, I think that's just going to go against Wagoner. Yep. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct against Wagoner.
I mean,
the play will stand, but it'll be 15 yards from the end of the run.
There was no physical taunting. I mean, he didn't raise his hands, but he must have said something pretty loud.
Yeah, there must be some John going back and forth. So
that was number 3 against number 3. So we'll to see who's better.
Got mad because he was wearing his number.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Tiger 44. Charbonneau
up the middle.
And dives between 2 tacklers. And that simple play right there, John, just picked him up 3 additional yards.
So what that does in the fake handoff is the linebackers actually step out a couple steps to go with the flow, and that opens up the middle for the game. Brings up 2nd short.
Just inside the 35, here's Charbonneau looking to his right, finds a man. That's Coleman. Coleman back inside, trips up, but still makes the 1st down.
First down's fine. We got keeping the position here, TOP. So that's an important step for us right now. So now Bulldogs with a little momentum, Jeremy. We're heading south.
Here's Trenton Edward.
Bounce it to 1 block.
Yeah, he got it.
Touchdown.
And they're going to say that he stepped out at about the 9 unless we got some laundry. So we'll
holding.
Oh, wow. It looked like the receivers had that. I thought he was sealed.
Scared, signed, sealed, and delivered. If you want to go back to my man Stevie Wonder.
So it is holding as Trenton Edward busted it to the outside. Looked to see the receivers that sealed the corner, but the receivers saw otherwise. We got a lot of answers down there right now.
We got some momentum here, Jeremy. I mean, we're going to capitalize on this. I mean, that penalty didn't really hurt us too bad, actually. I mean, it's still 1st down and
1st and 5. And that's number 5. Speaking of 5,
Cole Cooper. linebacker coming in there on the stop for a loss of about 2.
First and 6, ball carrier number 16, Brendan Edwards, goes nowhere.
Back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, we'll call it 2nd and 9 as we are 5 minutes and 15 seconds on the game clock here at W.L. Odom Field.
So Bulldog goes stacked at the top and bottom of your screen as we hand off to Edwards, and no suit for you.
Edward trying to bust it to the outside like that 2 plays ago, but Camden Wilson was there to make the stop. It's a loss of 1 back to the 30, and now all of a sudden we were going to go 1st and goal, and now we're 3rd and 11 from the Tiger 30.
As aggressive as they're playing, Jeremy, with Cushing, I would use a little bit, some type of misdirection play here. Just to offset.
30.
Charbonneau got all kinds of time. He's flush to the right, still looking downfield, and he throws it at the last minute. He's got Goodland.
Short hopped it.
Picked it up off the turf.
It's close.
So, if again, we've talked about this before. The fans at home want to back that one up a little bit and look at that. See if you can confirm that for us.
That's just real elite.
So as Cushing lined up for it on 4th down and ended up doing a quick kick, Bulldogs have it at their Cushing 30-yard line. So if we were to kick it, this would be about a 47-yard field goal. Not sure if we had that type of distance, so it looks like the Bulldogs will line up. And, yep, looks like we're going to line up and give it a go here.
Yeah,
talk about
it. Good called timeout first on a 4th and 11. 4 minutes, 28 seconds.
Looks like we got a good one here tonight, Jeremy.
Yeah.
We've got 2 evenly matched teams, and the Bulldogs have really not been tested this year. We've kind of had it on cruise control, so I knew coming into tonight, Cushing, as good as they've been in the past few years, they are taking it to us, so we got to dish it right back.
John, we're nearing the 200 home mark for Thursday Night Bulldogs, TNB. And we appreciate everyone now 183. And it might be above that as we're running 2 different internets here.
Right.
And so we appreciate everyone that's logged on so far. Still get the word out. It is Friday night football on a Thursday night due to fall break. The scoreboard is correct at home. We're 4 minutes and 28 seconds as the Bulldogs took a timeout to talk about a 4th and 11 play. Cushing is up 7-0 as the Bulldogs have decided to go for it. And trouble with the snap. Charbonneau able to pick it up. Flush to the right. Looks downfield.
Oh, no.
That was almost intercepted there as the Tigers are jumping a lot of these routes. Number 2.
Yeah, I think it's taking too long for it to develop. That was Lane Wood, senior, 6'3" DB on the deflection there.
That's broken up by number 2, Lane.
So, yeah, this is going to be a good one, folks.
Takes over on downs. First down Tigers at the Cushing 30.
So Cushing coming on the road, and I don't know if you consider this hostile environment. Usually that's a college term.
Right.
But they're coming into, enemy territory.
Yes, for sure.
So they've got 4 wide down at the bottom of the screen. 1 takes it off to the right.
Tucker
To the
again.
short side. Pick up about 3.
Sweet black.
We got a flag on the field, Jeremy. Got a preliminary holding call. So that will back the Tigers up 10. We'll take that.
And right now, John, and I don't know if I've ever said this before, but
We present holding.
that might have been the best defensive play we've had so far.
So far.
First
Yeah.
down 20. Cushing.
So this is their worst field position of the night, back on their own 20.
1st and 20 from the 20. Tucker from the shotgun. Going to change the lineman there.
Look at that.
Tucker dropping
It's
back
gonna
to
screen.
pass. Backside screen, makes the catch.
He's got open room.
Oh, he is blazing down.
too.
And here comes Gavin Miller trying to get him, but he will not.
Not going to happen.
Number 3 turning on the Jets. And there is a flag coming down, and that is usually and this is the player and coach's worst nightmare. I'm assuming that judging from where that flag is somebody probably made an unnecessary block. We'll see what happens. But, touchdown is good. unsportsmanlike against the Tigers. Interesting call where that flag, I don't know if the sideline.
Could have been a sideline infraction. They
maybe
may
so.
have had somebody, because the ref has to have 2 yards to run down that sideline. And if they were in exuberance and stepped outside of that box, they're not supposed to be on that black stripe over there. If you guys can see that on camera, they're supposed to be behind that black box. And if the Cushing Tigers, in their excitement, were in that, then that could have been the penalty.
That was Wyatt DeLong taking that backside screen. Here's the extra point, up and in. And we have never said this, at least in about a decade. Wagoner Bulldogs not on the board yet. Cushing Tigers 14.
14.
4 minutes left here at Dale Condit Stadium.
So not only are we behind, Jeremy, but we are 14 points behind. As Cushing has shown up to play tonight. So Dogs got to regroup here. We're all right. Still first quarter. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. No need to panic. We had a good possession there last time. We were able to drive it down the field. Had a long, sustained drive, and then turned it over on downs. But at least we were in their deep in their territory. So they took that pass 80 yards for the touchdown, but that was nullified. No, they kept the touchdown. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the penalty was assessed
On the kick, so
no.
okay. So where did that penalty go?
It's a mystery.
Cushing 14.
Or it could have been
a warning.
Yeah,
sideline
warning.
Sideline warning. So the first time you get a warning, and then the second time is the penalty. So that's what that was.
Yeah, it had to be.
They usually drop their hat.
Yeah.
But
They didn't assess it on the extra point, and they didn't assess it on the kickoff. And this will be number 6, DJ Pierce. And Pierce able to break one tackle and carries another across the 30 to the 32.
6, DJ Pierce.
And John, I want to point out just that, whatever display of strength, balance, whatever you want to call it, because that first hit was made at about the 24.
Right.
And Pierce was able to break that tackle and goes and adds another 8 to 10 yards to give the Bulldogs pretty decent field position.
Right. That's just athleticism. I mean, he's had 2 returns here, and they've both been about 20 plus.
And former quarterback Tristan Ketchers made a comment saying that Charbonnet really needs to sell that fake as the Tigers. He thinks the Tigers defense are not fooled at all by the fake.
Right. Yeah, they've prepared. They have scouted us. Looks like pretty thoroughly. That's a key a lot of times in high school football. Is that how well do you know your opponent?
John Alders, thanks for logging on, watching tonight from this full moon over Wagoner, Oklahoma.
So there's a blitz,
and that's
we got it. We got it. First
Coleman.
down.
I'm gonna point that out.
Oh, he's a yard short.
I'm going to point that out, John, as Coleman did a great job of using his body,
Right.
because that could have been going the other way.
Right. He was able to get that right shoulder in there just to shield off the defender. Just enough. Oh, we did get it. All right. We did, and then on the spot, I was like, I wasn't sure. So
From the 42, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So it's important for the Bulldogs here.
Hands off to Edward, Trenton Edward, as they've tried to get to him on a couple of screen plays. And then, of course, that one that he broke to the outside that was called back on the penalty, they've got to get him involved.
That's right. So good job there by the Bulldog offensive line. As I saw two of our linemen blocking the 8 yards downfield and pancaked, gentlemen. A Tiger.
Edward picked up 6.
Here we go.
That's Charbonnet. First down yardage and 4 across the 45 to 43-yard line. And we talk about this often. That's number 26, Anthony Coleman, wide receiver, getting up from the bottom of the pile, which means that he was throwing blocks still.
Yeah, he was locked up on number 2, the corner there.
That's good for another Wagoner Bulldog. First down and 10.
Chris Cravat, appreciate you logging on. Says he's at work on lunch break watching the Bulldogs play. Charbonnet, he's looking way downfield.
Got
Coleman. Coleman makes the catch. Great adjustment. Oh, man. He may have bobbled it as it way down. Looked like he made the adjustment and was able to stay in bounds.
Yeah, he had it in his hands, but I think maybe when he hit the ground, it may have popped out. He's going to need a little breather here.
Defensive back Lane Wood on stop.
The sideline ref was right there to make the call, so we have to trust the Zebras even if we don't like it.
Yeah, the ball had to pop out.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Tiger 42.
So Bo McFarland will come in and give him a little spell.
Trenton Edward. But, that ball came loose, and the Tigers have got the ball again. That's the second turnover for the Tigers that they've created. And the Bulldogs right now are just shaking their heads saying, what is going on? It is definitely a full moon right now for the Wagoner Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's I talked about that. During the first part of the game, the turnovers and the penalties, and we can't afford that. I mean, last year you go back to the state championship game, Bulldogs turned the ball over 6 times,
Ball at the 37.
and still only lost by a touchdown, I think. But we're down 2 turnovers already. So Bulldog defense got to step up.
Tigers with 1st and 10 from their 37. Here's the handoff, and that is Steele and
Shield Knight. And on the stop.
We got
number 32.
We can't say anything bad about Shield Knight because we got a whole family of Shield Knights right in front of us, and they make time and have something to say to us. Most of the time, we don't have anything to say other than Shield Knight dominating on the field, and we're going to need him to step up, and really the whole defense to step up as the Tigers continue to move the ball down the field.
Well, the last 2 drives, Jeremy, Wagoner has been able to move the ball. We found the turnovers, the interception, or the turnover on downs before that, and now the fumble. So they're recovered by Cushing.
This is a big 3rd down here, John. 3rd and 5 from the Tiger 42.
Bells ringing.
Yep, they do.
Here we go, cowbells. More cowbell.
Chucker looking down the sidelines.
Out of bounds.
And try to make a play on the ball, but it was well covered, I believe, by Decaden. Yep, Decaden Ford.
2 against 2.
Yep, he was right there.
But Lane Wood, the 6'3" receiver, he has about a 6 or 7 inch height advantage. So that is a matchup that Cushing would want.
Fourth down.
If you're throwing the ball downfield, taking the taller receiver over Decaden Ford, which I think is probably about 5'10"-ish, 5'9".
Yeah, at best.
At best. In cleats.
A minute
with a helmet.
A minute, 2 seconds left as the Tigers are in punt formation. It's Ford, and that's a good high punch. That's over Ford's head. Makes a great bounce. That's going to go. It's going to go dead at the 11.
Yep.
As an effective punt for the Tigers, pins the Bulldogs back. It'll be 1st and 10 on their 11. As we give a shout out to Coach DJ, he said he rushed home from basketball practice so he'd get home and watch some Bulldog football. Coach DJ, appreciate you being able to log on. That's a Mr. or Miss Wagoner. He's got a little bit of a weird screen name there, but said the last name was Wagoner. Appreciate you logging on. Pete Wyatt from Newmarket, Tennessee, in the Kel Charbonneau fan club. Thanks for logging on. And we'll get back to a couple others here after this 1st and 10 play from the Bulldog 11. Here's a quick hit to Shield Knight.
Make the block. Make the block.
On a run.
Nice stiff arms. 2 stiff arms. Strong.
And he stretches across the 22-yard line. The Tigers are able to close in on that gap really quickly, as it looked like he had quite a bit of room to run, but the pursuit was able to slow that up.
Yeah, I think he was waiting on that one block when he hesitated there. That could be to catch up to him, but he's had 3 receptions on that Cushing side for all plus yardage.
And here is Swanson. Swanson to the 30-yard line. Going to be about 2 yards shy of first down yardage. John, I believe that's the first time that we've called Swanson's name.
Right.
As previous weeks, he has come up big on some really big catches.
That was really, really good of Mr. Tayshawn Williams there not to hit a block in the back. He restrained himself from wanting to block the Cushing Tiger as the first quarter comes to an end. Bulldog Nation, that is correct on your scoreboard. The Cushing Tigers have 14 points. Wagoner has turned it over twice, resulting in those points for them. So
1 second.
they capitalized on the interception, and then they also capitalized on the fumble recovery.
It'll be 2nd and 2 when play resumes as we get caught up on our chat. Libby Lamberson, watching from Church Street right here in Wagoner, America.
Right on.
Thanks, Libby. And full moon fever, yes, it has struck or stricken, however you say that. And it is rising up over W.L. Odom Field and hopefully going to shine light into our Bulldogs' minds to get straight and to pull back into this game. Melissa Hurst, watching from Caraco. Can't remember how to exactly pronounce that, but saying let's go Wagner. And thank you, as we have gone way over the 200 home mark tonight for Thursday Night Bulldogs.
Caraco is in like the Mediterranean?
I'm either that or the Caribbean. One of the same.
Caribbean.
So the Bulldogs from their own 30 with a 2nd and 2.
So we got 11 men in the box here.
Charbonneau.
Good protection.
He's going downfield looking for Coleman.
Catch it.
Coleman makes the catch. Nice. Yeah. I'm saying Coleman was with it. A little bit underthrown, but still made the catch.
Sometimes that ball will hypnotize the defensive back. That's exactly what happened. We needed that, Bulldog.
Yeah,
we needed a little shot in the booty there.
Yep, for sure. Anthony Coleman.
56-yard pass.
56 yards
Forward.
from the connection with Charbonneau. Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the Tiger 14-yard line. That was the opening play of the second quarter. If you're just now joining us, Tigers 14-0 over the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs threatening.
Nice hole up the middle.
Tayshaun Williams. Takes it 14 away for the score. And just like that, John, the Bulldogs are back in this game.
Quick strike, 56-yard reception down the field. Come back on the next play, hand it off Tayshaun Williams. He runs north and south, Bulldog Nation. He knows how to get to the end zone, and he found pay dirt for the Bulldogs as we get 6 on the board with 11:19 left.
And I believe that was
two plays in the second quarter.
Yes, 11-19 now as Rhett Butler.
That's 3 points a play.
Yes. Rhett Butler puts that one through for the extra point. Wagner 7, Cushing 14, 11-19. In this second quarter. And we might want to remind all the fans at home, probably sounds a little bit different this week as we have stepped out among the Wagner faithful here at W.L. Odom Field. And so you're probably hearing a lot more crowd noise.
Cowbells.
Cowbells. And you always need more cowbell.
No, always more cowbell.
So Kathy Boyer, thanks for logging on and watching Friday Night Bulldogs. As, again, we talked about this a little bit before pregame. These last 2, 3, 4 years, this game between Wagner and Cushing has become a rivalry.
Right.
Because of things like this.
Right. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a good test for us tonight as we came to play on Thursday night, and Cushing has struck first, putting 14 points, but we have answered now. We've got 7 on the board, so we're halfway there, catching up.
31 seconds.
So just took 2 plays in the second quarter, 4-play drive.
One back number 4, Kale Charbonneau. Receiving
So number 99, Ballalong, will tee it up.
6 yards. And
He's kicking from south to north. That'll be right to left on your radio dial. And he kicks one right to the gap. It's fielded by number 3 and hit immediately there by the Bulldogs with good coverage. That's number 3, Wyatt DeLong, on the return and didn't get about 5 to 7 yards, I'm guessing.
I believe that was Pierce first down there. Also, Javon Miles, number 25.
For the Bulldogs. 6.
All right, these black shirts need to step up here, keep the momentum, and shut them down, get a 3 and out.
Coach DJ is saying that the Bulldogs just need to settle down a little bit. So they did on the offensive side of things. We'll see what happens on the defensive side as there's 5 wide receivers for the Tigers. Here's a wide receiver screen.
Snuffed.
That's Gavin. There we go, Bulldogs. Number 42, Gavin Miller just blew that thing. Shed his blocker, made the tackle. Textbook.
Yep, that was a whole battalion of Bulldogs there on the stop. I think we had 5 Bulldogs. That's what you call swarming to the ball. Coach Dickinson, back in the 80s, it was always swarm. He wanted that defense to swarm. I want 11 men on the ball. We'd constantly run drills to get 11 men to the football. So good job, Bulldog defense.
Here's the second. The other way. Yes. Was it Harris? Tigers decided to go the same play on the other side, and it pretty much was the same result.
Right. Yeah, great job. Great read by the Bulldog defense. Like we knew it was coming. We knew. We were in the huddle. We were in the huddle with Cushing there. Like, oh, we know this play.
A loss of 4 there. Back to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 14 as the quarterback. Field able to shed one tackle and now throws it away. Good job. That was number 12. John that put the pressure on and caused the quarterback just to throw the ball away.
Right. Yeah. Nothing. A little good coverage there by the Bulldog secondary. And Cushing will line up in punt formation as they face the 4th and 14. So great job. Great momentum swing here by the Bulldogs. And we look to have pretty good field position as long as we field this punt.
Yeah. And the last couple of times we've let it bounce, and we've kind of paid the price for that. Ford is standing at about his own 49, and I have a feeling he's going to have a shot at returning this one. A little bit of a
that's got backspin on it.
Yeah, we're going to have to get away from that one, and that is going to be down at the 47-yard line. John, a little bit of problem on the deep snap as the punter had to step to his left to get it.
Right.
So probably threw his timing and his steps off as that was by far the least effective punt so far.
All right, Bulldogs, we got the ball in their territory. It's time to take it down and keep the foot on the gas. Bulldog defense did their job. Now let's see if our Bulldog offense, what we got to answer here.
Just outside the Tiger 46, a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. This is a back. Oh, Shield Knight and Swanson throwing some blocks downfield for him. Shield Knight has been very, very active here in this first half.
Yeah, it's good to see him get some catches, and we found a spot for him. I don't know if the defensive end is trying to cover him or the linebacker's trying to cover him, but he has had some success with the gain of 12 off to the left side.
Charbonneau looking downfield again. He's got it.
Good job.
He put it where it needed to be, but we may have a holding call here against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Charbonneau put it exactly where it needed to be on the outside number, and we just weren't able to haul that one in.
And it is against the Bulldogs. You know, it's almost like Alex knows that we moved outside. We're going to sit in front of his family, so that we had to keep calling his name. Right. So you keep doing that. Just keep catching the ball and running over players, and we're going to keep calling your name all night long.
Flag in the area of holding.
So it'll be placed at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20 now for the Bulldogs. We hit the 9-minute mark here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs down by 7. MW Doug, thanks for logging on. Kara Miller with Justin and Jeremy.
Got one-on-one coverage down here at the bottom of the screen.
And that is Trenton Edward. And he was able to dodge the first tackler, but not the second. And he is tackled for a loss. Back to the 45-yard line. Now it will be 2nd and 21. Justin, Jeremy, Kara Miller watching and cheering on the Bulldogs. Thanks for logging on, guys. And you're seeing your Bulldogs right now at the Tiger 45 with a 2nd and 21. And Charbonneau calls his own number. And that defensive line for the Tigers has just given the Bulldog offensive line fits all night long so far.
Yeah, they got a couple of good-sized lads in there. It's number 73 and number 71, probably around the 250 mark on the weight. So a good-sized lineman there, and we just weren't able to get them sealed. As Charbonneau called his own number for pretty much no gain. So let's bring up 3rd and long.
3rd and 20 for the Bulldogs as Charbonneu's looking deep downfield. Just
a little more air under that.
Put a little too much on it, looking for Anthony Coleman. And so the Bulldogs will have decision time with the 4th and 20, and it looks as the punt team is stepping on the field.
Yeah, we're gonna play field position here. Hopefully, pin them deep in their own territory. And if I was Bilal along, I would be kicking to this near corner here. Kickers actually do practice this, putting into what's called the coffin corner.
Yep.
So you usually want to get it inside the 10, high school-wise, maybe the 15. So this ball will bounce to the left and forward, just like good. How about the 4? 3.5? Can't get better word than that. That'll work. Good job, Bulldog Special Teams.
John, I made a Facebook post earlier this week talking about that I've been calling Little League games on Saturday. Of course, we've had homecoming, all these kind of things. And, just basically apologizing to the fans that we don't intentionally mispronounce a name, but sometimes it either comes out bad or we just don't know how to. But the one that we have not heard anybody yell at us about is belong along.
Right.
So I'm thinking either they're like, you know what, we just get tired of saying it to people, trying to correct them, or we actually are saying it right.
Yeah.
But we call his name frequently as he punts and he kicks, and he did it effectively here as the Tigers to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 4. And here's the running back running hard to the 9-yard line. Looked like Steele was taking him down, but
yeah, that's a little different look. 11 men in the box there, but they had three men in the backfield. And it was just a little bit of a trap play as a reverse handoff to one of the running backs. I didn't catch the number, but he was able to gain about 5.
To the 9-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Here's the same number, and that's McFarland first getting there, but the Tiger keeps churning.
He's short. Colin Fry. I don't know what the official formation of that is called, but it reminds me of a T formation. They've got basically three running backs, just all in a line. That's 3 yards separates them. Got a 3rd yard here for the Bulldogs. The cowbells are ringing loud. We're going to call it 3rd and a long call. Pretty sure. Play clock's under almost at 5 now. Yeah, we're going to see a timeout here. 3-2, and there's the timeout coming in as the Tigers with a 3rd and a long 2 with 6:19 left in this 2nd quarter. John, we want to give a shout out to Latrell Penny. Latrell is one of our football players for the middle school team, 7th grade. Right.
And he broke, from what I understand, he broke his leg on a kickoff return just a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
He's
goodness.
logging in, watching the Bulldogs play. Latrell, hopefully you're not in any pain, your leg's healing up, and we look forward to seeing you at school as soon as you get well. Harold Fulton logging in, watching the Bulldogs, saying hello. And we appreciate everyone as we're at 226 right now. The many homes that are logged on or office spaces. We got somebody on lunch break watching. And we thank you all for logging on tonight. 6:19, 2nd quarter.
So this is an important play, Jeremy. This is a 3rd and 2. The Cushing needs to convert on this. They really need to take care of the ball. The Bulldogs were able to create some type of turnover. There's a quick pitch up the middle. We got him. They are short. 14. McFarland is there to make the stock. They did get him short. They picked up about 4th and 1, and you got to believe they're going to punt this away. Right, yeah, there's no doubt. No doubt. Bulldog defense stepped up. You guys will hear me say this all year. Players make plays, and the Bulldog defense, let's just give it all to the defense there. It takes 11 sometimes, even though maybe 1, 2, 3 guys get on the tackle. Everybody did their job, and it will put he's not in a deep punt formation.
We got to see a quick kick here. And that's what it is. Number 1 kicks away.
Let's catch that.
A nice kick, and Ford catches it on the run.
Nice stutter snap. He's got a little gap. Easy, fellas. Easy.
So the
great
Bulldogs,
position.
yeah.
Bulldogs have,
yes, for sure. That'll be, John, it's at the 34. Actually, the last.
You show on the sideline.
The last possession, I believe, we started at the 48
Right.
of the Tigers. This time it's at the 33, and you just
33 on here. The counter.
feeling this momentum
Right.
just shifting just slowly, and if the Bulldogs punch it in here, I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
By the way,
I don't know if they'll look back after that.
So
That's been a football to play.
That's been a good contest so far. Two evenly matched teams. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs have turned it over a couple times, leading in Cushing's points. But here's Charbonneau over the right side, dancing on the sidelines, keeping going for a first down.
So let's see where they're going to have him
Stepped out before.
Oh, okay.
I thought he made it.
I did too.
4-yard line.
That's a bad part of wearing
Second down.
well, he's got white cleats on. I was going to say, if you're wearing black cleats on a white sideline, they'll catch you.
2nd and 1. Charbonneau this
Calls the
time
number
again
again.
over the right side.
Patience.
Just stepping through.
Strong. God, he's strong. Look at that. He's still in there. Tackles. I broke 5 tackles to get to the end zone. Will not be denied.
2, 3, 4, at least 4, maybe
4 tackles.
And, well, we'll count a 5th tackle as he had to tiptoe down that sideline.
He is very patient on the run. I mean, just wait for blockers to stay hooked up and the play develop. And great run by Cale Charbonneau.
Ball along on the extra point. That kick is up and good. And just like that, we're on 14.
Well, let's just keep the. We got the momentum back on our side, so let's keep it up.
5:09 left.
I was trying to read Coach Condon's lips there. He was talking to Mr. Butler. He told him what to do on the kick.
Okay.
I couldn't.
We'll see what happens
Because we've seen different. We've seen all types of kickoffs.
Yes. Which is really odd because you're thinking kickoff, you just kick it as deep as you can, try to get in the end zone. Not so if you're the Wagoner Bulldogs.
Now, in all my football years,
3 yards.
I did see an onside kick I've never seen before in the South Carolina Alabama game. The kicker actually drop kicked it. No tee, didn't punt it. He actually dropped the ball on the ground and then kicked it, and the ball actually curled. It actually curled sideways. It was wild, and it went like 10 or 11 yards, and they were able to recover. It was absolutely wild.
Rhett Butler, and there's that short trying to hit that hole, and they call a fair catch at the 30. 5:09 left in the second quarter. Score is tied at 14. And Chris Logan, thanks for that. Praying for prayers sent out to Latrell and his broken leg. And Dismay saying, let's go Bulldogs. And Tristan Ketcher talking about that Charbonneau.
The ball spotted at the 30-yard line.
I sure lost my thought there. Sorry. Charbonneau selling that fake a little bit better.
Good.
And then deciding to take off, and he just was not going to be denied on that.
That's right. Here we go. Oh,
Almost. That's Charbonneau. He saw it before. He was like, you know what? I'll let him have a couple of yards. He's got my number.
Talk about number 12.
he got what do they call it when the matador? Matador, you missed it. What's that called? No. Olay.
Yes, there you go.
The old Olay move.
So 1 yard gain. Here's the quarterback keeping it this time and finds a little bit of daylight. And that is Coleman. No,
25.
that's 25. Javon Smith making the tackle.
Yeah, he's played a lot of nose guard lately.
Down there by
Yes, he has.
Done a really, really solid job. So we got Von Holt there on defensive tackle. We got Shield Knight.
6-yard line.
Got Gavin Clare. So big fan game. Way. Being really loud.
Tigers look to the sideline for the play on a 3rd and 4. Quarterback looking. sacked because 3 on the play. So just want to give a shout out to the 12th man here, the Bulldog fans. They had the seats. Most of them were up on their feet. We needed a big third down stop, and we got it. Good job, Bulldog fans. You at home probably doing the same thing. There's probably a cowbell at home. The 4th and 7, the Tigers will punt it away. Here's Decaden Ford. Trouble! And the Tigers are able to get that ball, number 7, on the muffed punt. And he was right there, gobbled it up, fell on it, and the Tigers are back in business. Number 2, Decaden Ford, as he has in past games, makes things happen on punt returns, trying to make something happen there. You know, sometimes it just, you take the precautions that you want to. Do say, shake it off, let's get it back. Exactly. Quarterback, backside screen. Yeah. And the Bulldogs are there quickly to snuff it out. Number 42, Gavin Miller, was there first. 42. And that is a loss of 3 back to the 44-yard line. Almost 4. We'll call it 2nd and 13. So DeLong's been a good player for them on the offense, receiving the ball. He's the one that took that 80-yard touchdown down their sidelines earlier. 2nd and... Oh! Just like so the scoop and score. Almost. I love it. Yeah, that happens. Decaden Ford, we got your back. You fumbled it, no big deal. Shake it off. We got the ball back. Number 42, Gavin Miller, really busy on that defensive side of things there, the back-to-back, in fact, and now sets up his Bulldog offense 1st and 10 on the Tiger 21. That's Trenton Edward. Trenton Edward gets inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 7 for a 2nd and 3 to the Tiger 14. We're almost at the 2-minute mark, John, of this first half. Yeah, it's very important here, Jeremy, that we get some points on the board before the halftime as we go with Mr. Edwards again. Edwards set up that block. John, we just got a couple comments in our comment section talking about the noise. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have moved outside. A lot of our fans love it. Some are like, oh, man, we hear this. The mics are going wild. But right there, I don't know if you caught that, but as soon as Edward cut inside of Swanson's block, that cornerback threw Swanson to the sidelines. I just wanted to point that out because nobody's really going to probably pick that up unless you point it out like that. And Swanson was like, hey, we can score. Throw me on. Looking to go outside into the sideline, actually dips inside and able to get into the end zone, the north end zone, for a Bulldogs touchdown. So Bulldogs are up 21-14, Jeremy, with 1:56 left in the first half. This has been a great ball game. Cushing has turned it over twice. Bulldogs, unfortunately, have turned over 3 times, but we have got a 1-touchdown advantage. They've got the turnover on their side, but we got the scoreboard on our side. John, that's 21 unanswered points by the Wagoner Bulldogs. 1:56 left in this first half. And with, I believe, each team has maybe 2 timeouts left. I don't think that the Tigers are going to be content on sitting on this till halftime. Yeah, they're going to try. I mean, this is good competition here. We've been punched in the mouth before. We get up and we fight back. Bulldogs. Belong. We'll kick it away. Ball. Picked up on the hop. Number 3 finds a little crease, and he is cut down by number
Pierce.
6. Yep, DJ Pierce upends him at about the 35-yard line. And so the Tigers will have it there, 1st and 10 with 1:49. And again, as we moved outside among the Wagner faithful, you're going to hear a lot of voices. You may see a lot of heads in the picture at home. And we kind of apologize for that, but at the same time, it kind of gets to the
It gives an atmosphere. We've got a full moon here on WLL Field, Dale Condit Stadium, as Cushing has got a little go up here, indicating forward. Got a shoestring there. Good job. As number 3, their best receiver, DeLong, caught the ball, and what tackle was it made? He would have had a big gain. Still picks up about 5.5 to 6.
Yep. Just shy of the 40, 2nd and 4 for the Tigers.
Important thing here, Jeremy, is the clock is running.
Yeah.
So Cushing has all 3 of their timeouts left. Well, no, they've used one. Quarterback. Football.
Makes the tackle in the backfield, and the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout here.
Right.
They're going to try to save some. They're going to accommodate some clock on their defense to stop the Tigers on this 3rd and 10.
Smart.
There's 1:10 left in this second quarter, and I think the Bulldogs will have one timeout left.
Yeah, that's really smart on the coaching staff there, because that's 3rd and 10 for Cushing. And if we're able to get a stop here, we could technically call our last timeout and then try to march down the field with no timeouts, which I'm confident in our offense. I'm sure we practice this on Wednesday or Thursday, what's called a 2-minute offense.
Yep.
Some teams even practice a 1-minute offense. So it's been an exciting night for Bulldog football. I'm glad you guys are with us. This is football weather. I think the weather has a big impact on how you feel a lot of times. A lot of energy. I know when the weather changes too, our animals outside,
sure.
The dogs get excited, the horses get excited.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes, they do.
You just have a little more energy. It's not so hot.
As my beagle right now is probably roaming the neighborhood. She decides to come home a little bit for today, and hopefully she's still in the yard.
All right, let's see what the Bulldogs dial up on defense as Cushing has a 3rd and 10. I wouldn't mind blitzing somebody up the middle, but we don't. We drop 8 back in coverage.
There's the throw. And Tristan, I saw your comment. That's number 2 on the coverage. And he was looking for an Oski there, Decaden Ford.
So great thing for us there. The clock stops.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass. We don't have to burn a timeout. So that gives us 104. Caden, it's okay, buddy. We got you back. So just watch it in your hands. If you don't feel comfortable catching it, don't catch it.
4th down, 10, Cushing.
Adrian Maxwell, Don Potter, Donna Hall, David Johnson. Thanks for logging in and sticking with us as the Tigers punt the ball away. Ford makes the catch. And he is slung down at the 33-yard line. More importantly, makes the catch.
Yards. Yeah, in your head sometimes, mentally, you just got to catch the ball and erase that.
Yep.
Forward return.
It happens. I mean, the pros do it. College players do it. We're all human beings. We make mistakes, but sometimes it's how you come back, how you recover, how you answer. So the Bulldogs, like you said, Jeremy, have scored 21 unanswered.
And it could be 28 by the time 56 seconds rolls off the clock.
I was just happy to get the last score before halftime,
Right.
and now we got another chance here.
Yeah, we got somebody taking off a little early. Yep. So that'll be 5-yard penalty. The ball will be at the 28-yard line. So we're just going to go ahead and call it 1st and 72 as the Bulldogs need 72 yards. Well, it may not be 72. We may see a last-minute field goal come in as Belong or Butler have plenty of leg to get there.
At the 28-yard line of the Bulldogs, 1st down, 15, Wagoner.
So Tristan Ketcher calling for that zone read on a deep post route, seeing if the Bulldogs can sneak one behind the Tigers secondary. From the shotgun, looking to his right, finds his man. That's Anthony Coleman.
Coleman hard there by number 4, Kellen Fry.
Yeah, he was tackled at the
Anthony Coleman.
the 31-yard line, 36-yard line, sorry. Bulldogs back up on the offensive line with a 2nd and 7. The clock running at 30 seconds now. Charbonneau finds Goodland. And that ball hung in the air for quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, Cushing, that Tiger was licking his lips. Yes, he was. But he was able to get in there right before. We need to push that first 20 seconds.
From the 44, Charbonneau. Plenty of time.
Just get out of bounds.
Takes it down himself, and he is going to get to the 49-yard line. And the Bulldogs are going to take their third and final timeout with 11 seconds. John LaFay looking for a horse collar tackle. I did not call that, Mr. John. And the Bulldogs have 11 seconds to either get into the end zone or get into some field goal, within field goal range to try to get 3 more points before the end of the half.
Yeah, the average play usually can take 5 to 6 seconds. So if we run maybe a deep out route or a hook route down the sideline, able to secure the catch and get out of bounds, we've got a chance at a field goal. Maybe a 40-yarder, but
well, John, if you remember last week when we went to Catoosa, I believe Long had a 35-yarder that was good.
Or he made. Yep.
And then backed up, I believe there was like a 42, 43-yarder, and that one was blocked.
Right.
But, so, we're looking at probably getting to the 25-yard line, maybe the 20, to give Long a good shot at that, or Butler if they decide to go with him. But that's another 30 yards down the field as the Bulldogs will have a 2nd and 5 from their own 49. No timeouts left. And here's Charbonneau.
There's the out route.
And makes the catch, and he is out of bounds to stop the clock. John, you talked about the average time, and it's 5 seconds exactly.
Good. Number 3, Madsen Swanson.
So Madsen Swanson catches it at the 39-yard line. They do that one more time, they might be within field goal range.
Might have 1 second. I mean, it's going to be close. They're going to have to play a soft corner and, get out of bounds. So I don't know if we throw it to the end zone or we try to get, 8 more yards.
Charbonneau looking for the end zone. Madsen Swanson. First the signal. No good.
Pass in the end zone intended for number 2.
And I like to call, John, we only lost it down in the bottom corner as we just heard and the students all standing there. Money. Sure had really good coverage.
Keep us from securing that ball.
And obviously Swanson had the sideline to his back as well, caught there right in the corner. Unless the referee was just trying to keep us into suspense, he took his time on making that call.
Yeah, I think he had to look at the back judge too to see what was going on.
So that will be the end of the first half. The Wagoner Bulldogs 21, the Cushing Tigers 14, as the Wagoner High School band takes the field for their halftime performance. And I believe you're going to be able to hear it this time. Again, we moved outside and with the fans, and we'll leave our mics open, and hopefully you will be able to hear the Bulldog band. And we'll be back with you. You're watching Friday Night Bulldogs on Thursday night. Pass the word along. We got a lot of football left. Bulldogs 21, Tigers 14. And we'll see you back in a little bit.
Our section was litter-free, picked up, and as the students found it. The older adults. You will be reminded to return the favor when we get back to Cushing. Your trash, pick it up, please. Don't leave it. Place it in the cans, or better yet, take it with you. Let's treat our facility like our living rooms, like most of them. Thanks for your common courtesy and decency. Love our Wagoner cheerleaders, and we love what they do with the little kids. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the future high school cheerleaders. They are the Tiny Tots.
Well, actually, yeah, got stream. Stop. Yeah, we're really gonna freak out about that. Plus, we're gonna miss the bait. Hey, we'll wait. I think we'll have just enough time after they're done. Get back in there. Okay. The comments, people, no, yeah. To me, they can't hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. October 17th was proclaimed last year by Mayor Dalton himself as Wagoner High School Marching Band Day and year. The Wagoner Bulldog Marching Band just competed in the OSSAA Northeast Regional Marching Contest a couple of days ago and scored a superior rating. This is the band's third time in a row to claim a superior result since they began competition. Now we are preparing for the Bulldog Band Halftime Show. Entering the field for your halftime entertainment, the Wagoner High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Kate Aldridge and Denario Schultz, and color guard instructor Dustin Wilkerson and movement choreographer Lily Deach. The band is under the field leadership of drum major Kiera Hill and assistant drum major Hayden Brewer. Tonight, the Bulldog Marching Band performs its 2024 show, Heist. The performance features tuba soloist Chris Conway and trumpet soloist Waylon Greer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wagoner High School Bulldog Marching Band. Drum majors, are you ready for competition?
Eventually, we'll just unhook the camera and then take a whole table. We'll both carry it. Bring the camera. How simple is it? Not a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wagoner High School Bulldog marching. King Bell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to stop the stream because we're going to move inside. So you're going to lose us for a couple minutes, but we got plenty of time before the second half kick. So pass the word along, and we'll be back with you as soon as we get set back up inside. See you then.
bothered me so much. He was just too stinking loud.
14 yards after a 7 yard run earlier, and 21 yards out after 42 plays and then 6 seconds. The point after that's 21 to 14. That's where we stand at the half. Wagoner Bulldogs 21. Our friends and visitors from the west, Cushing Tigers 14.
All right, back up. Sweet.
Take a picture.
Awesome. Where's the? Yeah, let's see right here.
And then our Wagoner starters on special teams, the long snapper is Carson Klinger. Under the Zedalon. And our kickers are Rick Bauer and Zedalon Bauer. Defenders for Wagoner, middle linebacker Keel Charbonneau, outside linebacker Gavin Miller, nose guard Anthony Harris Jr.,
Started over.
defensive end Alex Shieldknight, the other defensive end Hayden Von Holt, will linebacker Bryce Steele, free safety Anthony Coleman. The quarterbacks are Maxson Swanson and Caden Ford.